Hey everybody, it is Martika and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if this is not your first time joining, thank you for coming back by. So today I am really doing some planning out on what I am doing for my spring decluttering of my sewing room. Okay, it's springtime, time for spring cleaning, and you get to see pretty much kind of not really live but recorded what I am planning on doing in here and really getting this place organized. So first of all, let me apologize for the background noise if you can hear it. I promise you, as soon as I started recording, there is a tree cutting service that pulled up and started cutting limbs. I promise you, it has been totally quiet all day, but you know how that goes. I have learned to roll with the punches, okay? So that is what we're doing. We're going to try to ignore it. I'm going to try to muffle that noise out as best as I can, but we're going on with this video. So what you are looking at is my sewing table, okay? This is where I sew. And as you can see, my serger is sitting underneath my table, got my trash can next to it. That rack that's there, it used to be on the wall, okay? It used to be on the wall up there. And I don't know if I'm gonna put it back up there, to be honest with you. I kind of like the bareness of it, and I may move those little buttons with the hangers. I may move those closer, put those on each of those nails that the rack used to be on. My pegboard will be staying. Those flowers in that vase, they will be leaving. They come from downstairs in my living room, so they will be leaving. But I do like the look of some flowers sitting here, so I may keep these flowers up. So yeah, I'm just really trying to kind of move around, replace some things, get rid of some things, because it's just that time, okay? I was up doing some sewing, so I got some new things sewn that's going to go in my shop. That's some inventory sitting in that basket there that I have sewn up. I just kind of keep it there right now because I do have a place where I'm going to be putting some inventory. Now, let me show you my mess over to the side here. This was all straightened out, and this is somehow what happens when I sew. Okay, I just kind of throw stuff over here, got pins under there. I got my bobbins with my different colors because I'm constantly changing colors. I got my zipper coils. I got my little vacuum over here. I got my little prop for pictures. I mean, it just kind of gets thrown over there, and I'm telling you, I had that cleared off. So looking at this, what I realized that I needed is, and thank God the tree trimming service, well, the truck passed by, but I still hear them. But anyway, what I realized I needed is a cart, okay? Something with like levels of shelves that I can kind of move around. So that is what I do plan on getting in this space, is a cart. So yeah, that's kind of like my little junk area right now that I need to move around some things. I even got like my zipper ends sitting here because I'm constantly going through them. And yeah, I've got to straighten that out because I have a hard time working like that. Now, moving on over, I have this cubicle, and this was kind of like a temporary makeshift inventory that I had put together. I had discussed this in another video, but this has also become a holding station for like some panels that I have already quilted that's ready to be sewn into bags. Okay, so I have put that there, and then some fabric that I've cut out that's waiting to be quilted along with some packaging underneath. Okay, so as you can see, the storage is limited. And then I need to go back through these things here. I got my label machine here. I got some pins. Believe it or not, all of these are kind of like categorized in my mind. This is where like my pins, my needles live, and things like anything that's pin related. And then my sewing machine is, not sewing machine, my label machine is there. And then any type of markings that I need to do, my buttonhole maker is in here. I just got a few whatnots, like a extra measuring tape in there. I got my marking chalk in there that's in pieces now because I believe I dropped it a few times. But I got all of my heat erasable pens and all that just need to be straightened out and organized, okay? And I'm just showing you just this part of me just to show you we're all human, you guys. We get things out of order. These things used to be in order. I got some cutting supplies in here, like some scissors. I got a rotary cutter in there. This is where I keep my batteries, some of them. I have another place for some more batteries, but like tracing paper and all kind of things. Here's my badge. I just threw it in here for sorority because I do plan on putting it on something, but I kept misplacing it, so I threw it in here. That number 5 was supposed to be for my grandson. I was gonna incorporate it in his cake decor some type of way, but it never happened. Oh well. So if I don't find something to use it for, I'll be giving it away or something, or donating it. But I got some rotary cutter blades in here. This is where I keep these. So anything that deals with cutting is kept in these little bins on top here. Got some extra thread that I just set right here. I need to put that up. I do have a home for my thread, but I just need to put it up. And there's some empty places on my thread holder up there, but there's actually thread on that tray, on that messy tray that I showed y'all that lived there. So I will be putting my thread up. But this particular cubicle, it actually has held things for me for a long time. But what I've noticed is that I have a lot of stuff in here, you guys, that I have not used and that I may not use for a while. So I need to really go through here and purge and see what I need to keep and also see what I need to get rid of. We are talking about spring cleaning. So in here I have like needles, I have like buckles, belt buckle kits. This cookie tin is empty. I was going to be using it for sewing stuff just because, but it just may be going in the trash, you know, because I am decluttering. This is also where I keep like my tape for when I am doing like my PDF patterns, taping them together. So yeah, I really need to go through this and see what's needed and what's not and clear that off. In this one over here, it's a mess, but it's not a mess. I put it like that because I know exactly what's in here. Looking at this, let me just take it out. Looking at this, you guys, this is a mess. Okay, and tell me if y'all got some spaces like this, because that's what made me comfortable showing this, because I know I'm not the only one. Okay, who else need to declutter their sewing space? But I got like some batting scraps in here, and then this little interfacing piece is in the wrong bag, but I just threw that like in a plastic bag. And then I got like interfacing scraps in there for like smaller pieces. I hate throwing away good pieces of like interfacing scraps, because now, especially now that I'm sewing a lot of smaller items, I need that. So I'm glad that I did keep that over time, so I don't have to cut into my newer bolt. So this is what I use to iron on, cover the whatever I'm interfacing on to protect my iron. So it's usually folded up. I just threw it in there, and the rest of this, you guys, is elastic. Okay, I used to have this all lined up, rubber band in sizes, but as you know, over time things get out of whack, and that is what has happened in this bin. But this is all elastic, all different sizes. Okay, so we'll definitely be going through that, finding another system for it, because it obviously needs one. So yeah, so I'm gonna be definitely finding something else to do with that. Now this bin here on the bottom, it has all kind of stuff, y'all. I have like some ironing hem stuff. To be honest with you, it's stuff in here that I forgot about. I know in here I got some twill tape. This is twill tape that I had gotten in Dallas at the first retreat. I love that twill tape. I used that recently on a top that I made. But this is where like my loop turners. I got some basting adhesive in here. I just drew this in here. This is like an extra strap for a bag that I have. Some more loop turners, and As you can see, stuff. I got cording in here, you know, so for like jogging pants and things like that. I got all kind of cording in here. I started throwing ribbon in here. Seriously, I got some Wonder Tape in here that I needed to use for something, and then by the time I got it, I couldn't even remember what I needed to use it for, but I got it just in case it comes up again. I got some webbing, so got lots of webbing for when I make tote bags and things like that. But yeah, just stuff, y'all, stuff. And this is driving me. I'm telling you, I don't like it being out of whack like that. And this is what has happened over time. And then in the last bin over here, this is another one I got to get to. On the side there, I got some boning, a lot of it for whenever I make a corset. But let's see, I have a project. This was a skirt that I had made, and I had cut it too small, but I was losing weight, and I had said I was going to add a panel to it. So I don't know, I just haven't got to it, so I stuck it in there. But this is where I got like some rope, got that on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I got my my hem, and oh gosh, I forgot what this one is called, but y'all know to iron on, you know, the curves like on sleeves. My sleeve, still don't know what it's called, but all kind of stuff in this one. I got stuff in here that was given to me by a close family friend. She had some old buttons and things like that. And I usually don't like to like throw away buttons and things because they come in handy. I mean, look at this, y'all. Y'all remember secrets? Y'all remember those? There's like, I think there's buttons in there. Those are those antiseptic throat lozenges. So there's like buttons in there. There's like some gingham or plaid, whatever you want to call it, fabric in there. No telling how old that is. I don't even know what all is in here. There's some bias tape. Oh gosh, all kind of stuff, y'all. Seriously. So yeah, and then I even have like another pattern in here that I threw in here that I was working on a top. I had made that top before, but I was working on it and it was driving me, and so I put it in that bag and put it away for when I needed to come back to it. Don't even know why this is in here. So yeah, as you can see, if you have spaces like this, let's clean, y'all. Look at this. This is my bias tape maker that I probably used twice. Seriously, I probably used it twice. I may try it out to see if it's something I think I will use. If not, y'all know where it's going. Okay, it may be going on eBay, or it may be going to the donation bin or somewhere. Okay, so over in this corner, I have all of my notebooks. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab one of them because this is where I keep my pattern covers. Now I got this stuff stacked here. This stuff is getting ready to go. I need to put that in with some things. Those are some books that I wanted to read, and I just kind of set them there. But I have like patterns over there. That little bin holds a ton of zippers. Okay, the zippers that I've collected over the years. But in these notebooks here, y'all, patterns and more patterns. Okay, this is kind of like the miscellaneous one. Let me grab another one. Let me grab another one that's more. Sorry about that, didn't mean to leave y'all hanging on the camera there. But y'all, all these patterns that I bought, you know, all the pattern hauls that I've done over time, I'm telling you, I am going to take my time and go through all of these patterns in every book. And what I was feeling then and what I know I'm not feeling now, it's got to go. Okay, it may be going on a dollar sale or something like that, but I know that I have probably close to 800 patterns at least, if not 1,000. Seriously, the last time I counted, I had like 400 patterns, and that was years ago. I've done several hauls since then. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I need to get rid of a lot of these patterns because a lot of them I'm just not going to cut into. And I thought that I would at the time when I got them. And I just didn't. Some of them I cut into, and I know I'm not going to ever cut into them again. So I just need to purge. I just need to purge, get some breathing room and make room for new things. Okay, so this shelf here, or this chest of drawers here, this is where I have kind of like all type of miscellaneous items, in these drawers here. Trying to move these books out of the way, but yeah, just all kind of items. This is where this kind of organized. That's where my serger thread is. This one is kind of in disarray, but that's where I got like my beads and my tassels that I put on my bag, some more zipper coil. So I got those things in there. And then this is where some of my office supplies are. Let me show you this because that's not the only thing that's out of whack. In this bag that's sitting over here, I used to have my office supplies sitting in like a 3-drawer, bin. And it was when I had, everything in the corner of my room. So I cleared all of that stuff out and I just kind of threw everything in my bin and everything that was in my drawers of my desk. And so, yeah, I need to go through this and see what I need to keep, what I need to get rid of once and for all. And probably everything that I actually need should fit in this drawer. Seriously, I'm going to try and, kind of keep it there, and if there's a little extra, I'm going to have to just find another home for it. But yeah, that's where the office supplies are. And then this is where I keep like my extra D-rings and things that I've gotten on clearance, like these slide adjusters, especially, since I know that I'm making more bags and things like that, covered buttons. Because when I go into the store, especially like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I'm always looking in the clearance section to see what they have, what I will use. Okay, this is where I also keep my extra magnetic clasp for my bags, and something I haven't used often, my buttonhole spacer, and also some grommets. I almost forgot what they were called. I got this grommet kit and I've never used it. Okay, so yeah, that's something that I still want to do. And then in this last drawer is where it's really empty, but it's where I keep my cotton and my transfer paper for making my labels, because I always need to know where that is. Okay, so my ironing board kind of lives in this area too, but it's going to have to get put up because I need the space to put things. I kind of put some things over there. Everything is in clean out mode. So then I have my cabinet, okay, with all of my fabric. And you guys, like I told you, yes, I will still be sewing some garments for myself, but right now I am more so focused on my small sewing business. So I've come to the conclusion that I am going to clear this fabric out of here, and I'm going to either put it in neatly in clear bins that can go in the closet in here, or I am going to put them in the closet on the shelf and just kind of stack them up, rolled up like that. Okay, but this here I'm looking at being my inventory cabinet here. So I am really trying not to purchase anything if I can help it, because I'm trying to use what I have. The only thing that I know that I probably need to purchase right now is that little cart that I was talking about. Another thing I need to purchase is a cutting table. I use my sewing table as my cutting table, but that could be a headache, especially since I've been doing it for quite some time, taking my sewing machine down, and then cutting and then having to put my sewing machine back up there. So I took this craft table, or this just like a 4-foot table, out of my closet, or this might be a 5-foot table, just a craft table, folding table. I got some more panels over here that I'm getting ready to